Nemesis, mission success. This is the Korean Dota 2 League Tier 2. And this is the 7th broadcast of the season. We have Genie drafting for Team Nemesis, and Day for mission success. Ancient Apparition going to be wiped from the boards immediately. And he's a hero that a lot of players have really been saying is, really powerful in the current meta. With the chilling touch ability, you put that on a team, you get a huge advantage when it comes to, tri lanes, when it comes to early first bloods, when it comes to the team fighting. The spell just adds so much damage to your team. It's basically like doubling the damage you have. And it looks like Nemesis deciding to remove Slark. This is a hero that's really been banned a lot from the Korean scene, really being valued highly. And he is an annoying hero to deal with, especially with his Shadow Dance ultimate. And the second ban from mission success going to be that Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit, a hero that's been seeing a lot bigger showing in competitive play recently. Sleight of Fist, it's, once you get like a Battle Fury or two and a Daedalus online, that hero it's just really hard to deal with. He puts out so much damage. He's really good at pushing and stopping pushes. Just pretty much instantly killing an entire creep wave in its tracks. And he's a hero that presents a threat around the entire map, pretty much like throughout every stage of the game. He's a hero that can do good. And you can put him mid, you can put him in a safe lane, position 1 or 2. We haven't seen him out of that role, and we probably won't see him too much out of that role, at least for the next few months. Theoretically, I could see him played in an off-lane scenario. Not like an offensive try and he goes to like the short lane scenario, but like an actual off-laner. I guess his biggest issue, though, would be his health. And Team Nemesis deciding to rid the Mirana. Mirana, another very powerful hero that Sing Sing popularized at MLG last year. And since then is pretty much always seen in pubs. Wow, mission success going with the Clockwork first pick. This hero definitely a playmaker. And also mission success not really revealing too much of their strategy early on by just showing their offlaner. I mean, they could even put Clockwork in the middle. We've been seeing that a little bit recently. But I still feel like this hero does favor the offlane. So Nemesis still looking for their first 2 picks. They're taking their sweet time, that's for sure. But Invoker, there we go. That's the first pick. Will it be a Quaz Wex Invoker? Or will it be a Quaz Exhort? I'm hoping for Quaz Wex because that mana burn is just going to completely trash any low mana health heroes. Elsa most likely will end up on the Invoker. And Nature's Prophet will be the second pick. So that's probably going to be Nemesis' offlaner. Yeah, Naga Siren, mission success. Are they going to run it Arteezy mid-style? Or is she going to go into, I guess, the support role? It's still unclear from mission success what exactly they want to do. Nemesis, though, they're certainly a team that enjoys doing push strategies. So the Nature's Prophet pickup, the Invoker pickup, if he goes QE, can help a little bit with the pushing as well, especially He grabs like a Necro Minion book later on. So we'll have to see exactly how the rest of Nemesis's lineup shapes out. I do like mission success, though, picking up the Siren, especially if they try to put her mid. I would really like that. And they're going to ban out the Venomancer. Mission success does not want to face, you know, the mass amount of wards that Nemesis have tried to put on as a show earlier on in the KDL. So apparently, any Koreans watching me on the Korean stream can hear me. All right, give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. I'll go ahead and send out a text and see if I can get that issue resolved. So just give me 1 second, guys. We're still pretty early in the draft, so nothing too direly important to talk about. Alright, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Just trying to make sure everything's working as smoothly as possible across all of the production. And we do see a Luna pick as the third hero for Nemesis. And you know, I like the Luna pick. I don't know if I would have picked her so early in the lineup. But, you know, she's really good at kind of tower pushing later on in the game. Nemesis, it's kind of that's their game. They do the push strategies. And the Luna fits in very nicely as a carry that can help out with that role. And mission success picking up the Lion, so they're going to grab a support, a good amount of crowd control, and a little bit of burst damage, which will be great against pretty much the Team Nemesis's entire lineup so far is decently squishy. Hallelujah, generally on the support role, as you can see, has handled both the Disruptor and Rubik in the past. So that Lion may be kind of hinting that's going to be the hero he'll pick up this game. Wow, Nemesis, they have no shame. Like, they don't even try to hide it in their draft, man. Like, they're picking up the Shadow Shaman. They're going for push. Ooh, mission success. Okay, with the Shadow Fiend pickup, this is most likely going to be a Naga Siren that's in the support role. So, unfortunately, no RTZ Naga Sirens this game. What will Art end up on, though? That's the question. He's picked the Zeus and the Pudge so far. So all we need is another crazy last pick hero to put Art on. Like, watch, it's going to end up being Shadow Fiend's safe lane, and they're going to give him, I don't know. They're going to random techies or something, and that's what he'll get in the mid lane. So Genie, Hun Song Hung is his Korean name. Handling both the Bristleback and the Lycan. I want to see what's going to be the last pick for Team Nemesis. Will it be something crazy like an Undying? They're not going to have the Leshrac available, or Leshrac. So that's a little bit of less potential pushing power for Team Nemesis. But still a few other heroes in the pool they could grab. I believe they're looking for another support. And there it is, going to be the Sand King. Another hero with a little bit of pushing power, should you skill him correctly. Get that caustic finale. And yeah, Team Nemesis. Looking like a scary push lineup. The Naga Siren's going to help out against that. Shadow Fiend as well, a little bit, but will it be enough? That's the question. I certainly would say, though, that Team Nemesis, they can go into the late game with their lineup, should they desire. They have the Nature's Prophet. Invoker's decent late game. Shadow Shaman has had an amazing run over the most recent Dota patch. His win rate is really good. I think in professional games, it's like 60-30, somewhere around those numbers. I remember reading yesterday. So, Shadow Shaman, an absolute beast in competitive play recently. It could be an omen of things to come for mission success. So MS still looking for their last hero to pick up. They still need a carry. They need a carry that can deal with Team Nemesis. And it's going to be the Weaver. So last pick Weaver for mission success. It looks like they'll try with that. Hallelujah going on the Shadow Fiend as far as the picks go. So we'll see what happens, where the players and heroes end up lane-wise. But it's looking decently standard, not too incredibly weird or offbeat. You know, Nemesis just going with an overall, we're going to push you before you can really get online lineup. And we're seeing more of a balanced overall composition from their opponents. Mission success. The volume is kind of low. All right, let me ask them to turn up the mic volume. All right, I just requested to have the volume of my mic increased, so hopefully we'll get that fixed up before the game gets started, or at least very early into the match. But for those of you tuning in, this is the KDL Korean Dota 2 League. My name is Whiplash. I am providing some English commentary on site. We have the two teams Mission Success and Nemesis about to face each other. The Korean commentators are just taking their sweet time to discuss things before the match starts. But in any second, we'll be good to go. I do believe the middle Korean commentator has dyed his hair. Last week, it was a little bit darker. All right, cool. So they should be increasing the volume on my microphone pretty soon. So prepare for that, guys. Prepare for a louder volume mic. And if there are still any issues, just continue complaining in the chat. And I'll do my best to check out the chat every once in a while just to make sure things are running smoothly. But I believe we're pretty much ready to go into the game. I know the draft is completed. I don't know what the Korean commentators are waiting on, though. There could be a bit of a pause or some type of technical issue as far as the players go. It's always got to happen. You always have to have some type of a delay or technical issue. When it comes to live productions and team games where you have 10 computers to deal with, not including all of the production involved, it does add up. I do see somebody moving into the mission success booth. He's gone ahead and left the booth. So I think we will be going into the matches very shortly. And by very shortly, I mean whenever they feel like they're ready. As far as the games go, the first match between Mission Success and Team Nemesis, it's a best of one, and it's a Tier 2 match. So there's different tiers in the Korean Dota 2 League. There's 3 tiers total. There's Tier 1, which is the top 4 teams. They compete for $5,000 each week, twice a week, actually. And then there's a Tier 2 division, which has 6 teams, and they compete for $2,000 each week, twice a week. And then there's Tier 3, which I believe once a week tournament, and it's basically just online. There's less coverage of it overall. It's more of the amateur teams involved. But we could see some up-and-coming teams from Tier 3 move into the Tier 2 slots and eventually take over them as Dota 2 slowly grows and improves over time. And the Tier 1 matches, they are a best of 3. I'd also like to throw that out there, just in case you guys were unsure about that information. But yeah, clearly the Korean commentators are just stalling for time because there's some type of technical difficulty, but they're kind of cheating. They have 3 people that they can kind of just, talk and, vibe with each other. I only have myself, so eventually, if you talk to yourself for long enough, people will just say you're insane. So yeah, apologies for the delays, ladies and gentlemen. Should be figured out momentarily. But in all honesty, I have no idea. Yeah, it does seem to be like there is some type of issue on Mission Success's end. I have a pretty clear shot of their booth. I can't see the other one from where I'm broadcasting from that well. But the issues, it always seems to be in the left booth of the Nexon studio. There's like 1 or 2 computers in the middle that people always have issues on. Oh my. Sarumit, there will be a total of 5 seasons of the KDL. At least that's what was planned, and I believe Nexon budgeted for. And the first 4 seasons are kind of like normal seasons, and then the last one's like a big, I guess, like Grand Slam playoff kind of thing. So there's going to be a lot more KDL in the future. I mean, it's always possible they could pull the plug early, but I don't see that happening with the amount of money and time that Nexon has invested into Dota 2 at this point in Korea. I'm also curious to see if any Korean teams will be able to make it to the international by the time it comes around. I don't know if they're going to be TI ready by July, August, maybe September. They could be, if Valve wants to push the date back a little bit, because I know they've been having some schedule conflicts with their other partners. MLGs, DreamHacks, and Star Ladders and such. I'm sorry to hear that the ticket isn't working for you, Captain Commando. I don't have any control over the ticket, unfortunately. That is out of my realm of, I guess, ability. I can simply tell a few people in production about minor issues, and that's about it. But don't worry, we will be moving into the match shortly. Or it could be another 10 minutes, who knows. I hope it's soon, though. But if you guys have any more questions, now is a great time to ask, considering that we're just kind of stalling for time as technical issues get fixed in Mission Success's booth. Yeah, I also hope that Korean gets a single invite into the International. I mean, if MUFC has gotten invites to the International every single time, why can't Korea get a seed, you know? Do I speak Korean? 한국말 잘 못해요. I do not speak much Korean. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the issues have been resolved. So let's go ahead and get into the first match of the day. Mission Success versus Team Nemesis. This is the Korean Dota 2 League. My name is Whiplash, broadcasting on site. I'm ready for some KDL Dota action from Seoul, Korea. Let's get into the match. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the first match of the day. Mission Success versus Team Nemesis. And we're already starting out with a very fast smoke. Mission Success, they did do this in their opening game. We'll see if they can find additional success with this strategy and tactic. Loving that Luna headdress. Pretty stylish. Yeah, that does indeed look like a support Naga Siren. And the smoke has passed. Illusion Rune spawning in the bottom lane. So probably won't make a huge difference. It's not going to be like a haste rune or double damage to try and provoke a first blood. Mission Success just putting a ward on their opponent's side of the river. I'm loving that new Clockwork high resolution texture. And he's going to go ahead and grab that double damage rune. And we're going to start to see the lanes take form and shape. An offensive tri-lane from Mission Success. And so that means Clockwork and Day are just going to be having a 1v1 matchup. So we'll see if Day can manage to get a little bit of farm. Nature's Prophet certainly should do pretty darn decent in this lane. He's already taking Day down to about half health. That Clockwork's got to be careful. He's not too tanky just yet. But that new face armor, it definitely makes him a little bit more robotic looking. I like it. And if we go ahead and take a look at the top lane, Hallelujah helping out with a little bit of supporting on the Warlock. Art is going to be handling the Shadow Fiend mid versus the Invoker. Another just very classic matchup. Hallelujah pulling some of his creeps towards the hard camp. It's going to potentially remove a little bit of experience from Nemesis unless they handle this correctly, but nice ward placement using the sentry, quickly removing the vision ward in that jungle area. So that's going to hurt out Nemesis a little bit. Oh wow, and that's a very, very fast smoke from Nemesis, and they know there's no wards around that area. So they should be okay. Ooh, picking up the invisibility rune. Did the Shadow Fiend notice, though? This is Uh-oh, this could be potentially first blood. Tornado, though, misses, but out comes the cold snap follow-up, and the shackle with the burrow strike. First blood on MSR, thanks to YPie and friends. But right immediately after, Day gets a little bit of revenge for mission success, picking off the Nature's Prophet, and there's a net on Genie. Feel moving forward with the Sakuchi. Is he going to get any additional damage? Trying to do a little bit of body blocking. But at the end of the day, just bringing the Luna down to half health, so she'll be just fine. But wow, Nature's Prophet already going to work on this tier 1 tower. The Octopus Courier. One of my favorite couriers, actually. It's so cute. It really is. Okay, Invoker looks to be building into some very quick phase boots, which thanks to that first blood, they'll have very shortly. As far as the lanes go, Weaver's doing pretty good for last hits. Luna's alright. Just 2 behind the Weaver. Clockwork actually leading, well, pretty much tied with Weaver. And, you know, Shadow Fiend giving up the first blood, but he's still doing alright mid lane. Ironically, has more last hits than the Invoker, but Invoker does have more denies. And the support's all pretty much no farm to their name, but that's to be expected at this point. They're just trying to help out their carries as much as possible. And lots of Ring of Basiliuses. Basilii, I suppose, on both teams. Weaver has one. Invoker, I believe, has one as well. I could have seen one on the Luna. YPie picks up the Haste Rune in the mid lane, but really not too much mana to work with, so we aren't going to see the Shadow Fiend die, at least for the time being. Maybe if Nemesis goes for another smoke rotation, they could get off a kill. But for now, Shadow Fiend is just going to play it extra safe, do a little bit of farming, maybe do a bit of bottle crowing. Wow, he is actually, if you look on the menu map, Shadow Fiend is pretty far back, really afraid of those ganks. Rightfully so. Oh, supports versus supports. Are we going to have an engagement? Looks like Nemesis, they want to get aggressive, putting out an award. Oh, Sheep comes out, follow-up Burrow Strike. It's O'Hara, but oh, the shackle, it's good on the Siren. Will it be enough to pick her off? O'Hara does end up dying, wastes the salve as well. There's so many low health heroes in the top lane. Nemesis, are they going to be able to do it? And wow, it looks like in the mid lane at the same time, pitcher in pitcher, we did see the Clockwork move forward, help get the kill on Invoker, but that debt was repaid as he ends up trading his life for the Invokers. Siren picking up a smoke. I would like to see mission success try to make something happen in the top lane. That would be nice. But with the Invoker dying in the middle lane, Shadow Fiend ahead in farm. It looks like that first blood gold has pretty much already been equalized out. Prophet is really going to town on this tower. He's got to be careful, though. He may get stuck. Oh, the cogs slightly off point. Prophet survives to harass another day, to push another day. Like my day puns. And Invoker as well, hitting Shadow Fiend with an EMP from the look of things. But he still has the bottle. He'll be regenerating up a little bit. Continuing to get his farm off. Nature's Prophet, though. Despite Clockwork doing really well earlier on the lane, Nature has caught up and surpassed the Clockwork in farm. Up to 26 last hits and feel. Oh, wow. They actually managed, using the Sentry Ward, to get that kill. The rotations, not worth it for mission success. And Nemesis, they're doing pretty good so far. Nature's Prophet in the top lane. They're taking this Weaver death as an incentive to push the top tower. And Naga using her illusion, little bit of Riptide action to damage those creeps, but this tier 1 tower, Mission Success, they have to make a decision. Do they defend this tower? Can they defend the tower? They have Day just waiting in the trees, looking for that hook, waiting for the slightest overextension. But it's not going to happen. Umi rotating back towards the bottom lane. Weaver with only 23 last hits. Not having the best game. This offensive tri-lane for Mission Success, I really wouldn't say it's been too effective. If anything, it's benefited. It's been a bigger benefit to Team Nemesis because their Nature's Prophet has just gotten a ridiculous amount of farm. The only lane that Mission Success are really winning is the mid lane from the look of things. And even at that, they still managed to get the first blood. The tier 1 tower is probably going to fall. Hey. Wow, forcing out the fortification, and the hook misses. Oh, that is not what Day wanted to see. He doesn't get to deny the tower either. Big mistake from Mission Success. Wasted the fortification, didn't get the deny. Umi. Nice moves from him, and he's going to rotate towards the top, summoning some treants. And they're going to barrel down this tier 1 tower in the top lane. Mission Success. I don't actually know if they can defend this. They have their members nearby, but I think they need one more. There's 4 members of Nemesis up at top. They've got a lot of stuns, disables, and right-click. Well, at least Mission Success are doing a good job at really just forcing a lot of defense in the top lane. They're removing any farm capabilities from that Weaver. Luna's up to 38 last hits. Could be a little bit better, but this is a tri-lane versus tri-lane, so, you know, no harm, no foul. We do see another smoke from Nemesis. Shadow Fiend, though, has been playing a lot safer since he got that first blood gank on him. But we could see Lightning strike twice. Okay, in comes the Tornado. Y-Pie, I think he's going to get a kill. Art. Oh, there's initial Burrow Strike, and down he goes. Hallelujah, low on health. The rotation a tad bit too late. He falls. O'Hara could be next. There's the Shackle. Down he goes. Buyback from the Shadow Fiend. This could end up being a dieback. He's forced to retreat, but he gets sprouted. A little bit of damage from the Rays. Oh, there we go. And Day, he's going to end up getting a kill on Pi. Nice hook shot. Down he goes. Oh, wow, Rocket Flare. Giving Day a double kill. Well, there's your playmaker from Mission Success. That Clockwork doing work. So when all is said and done, Nemesis, they have 7 kills to the 4 of Mission Success. They do seem to be doing quite well as the game goes on. Nature's Prophet also picked up his Hand of Midas. The tier 1 tower will fall, no fortification available. Down goes the second tier 1 tower of Mission Success. Nemesis, they love pushing towers early. They love that global gold. And they love using that to give themselves an advantage throughout the game. Also, Mission Success, they only have 1 ward on the map from the look of things at this point. And it doesn't even serve a great purpose. Because all of the ganks coming mid, they've been smoke ganks. You can't see those with wards. Shadow Fiend really just doing what he can the farm. Sand King not too far off from the Blink Strike. Oh, out comes the Tornado EMP. Hits the Shadow Fiend, but Art, luckily he does have a regeneration rune available, which he indeed uses. Yeah, the EMP Tornado Invoker that buff to EMP just ridiculous. Ridiculously good. Drains so much mana. You even get mana back. Who wouldn't want a spell like that? Luna does have her Helm of the Dominator. Most likely will be progressing towards Black King Bar next, I would imagine. Shadow Fiend really hurting on gold. Only has power treads. And Wraithband is just not looking amazing for the Shadow Fiend. Even Invoker's managed to get more farm than the Shadow Fiend in the mid lane. So Nemesis, they certainly have a gold advantage. Umi is continuing the slowly push towards the bot lane. This tier 2 tower could come under attack pretty soon. Kira picks up a smoke from the courier. I imagine though Sand King, he's really close to that Blink Dagger. He's probably going to farm up a little bit in the jungle before making some moves. Invoker does seem to be close to his Force Staff. And Nemesis, are they going to go for early Roshan? They have good map control, but it could certainly be a risky move to do. Nemesis doesn't necessarily have too much vision of that area. Oh. The Rocket Flare is pretty much going to scare Nature's Prophet away. And the Force Staff is online for YPi. Blink Dagger as well for Sand King, so the early tower advantage has really given Nemesis the items that they need for this mid game. Especially against the Clockwork, that Force Staff is going to be so useful. Being able to force a friend out of the cogs, or even if they need to, the Clockwork. As far as global gold goes and net worth, we are seeing the Luna topping the charts. And Nature's Prophet not too far behind her. Weaver with a Ring of Aquila. Not much else. A little bit of stacking for the Shadow Fiend flash farm. Alright, looks like Nemesis, they're going to go ahead and take out Roshan. The Serpent Wards are down with the Treant summons. That Roshan is pretty much trapped. Can't trap him with the wards like you could a few patches ago, but they're certainly going to get the kill on Roshan. So the Aegis picked up by Genie. The Luna. Ooh, Tornado misses. A Shadow Fiend. That would have probably been a kill had the Tornado hit its target. You know, Tornadoes, they tend to have a mind of their own. Oh, Naga Siren. Net with the initiate follow-up. Are we going to see an ultimate from Art? Timed out very well. Hits a lot of Team Nemesis. Two go down instantaneously. 3, the Aegis is popped. YPi, could he be the 4th person to fall? He is extremely low. The Warlock gets the last hit. Excuse me, Lion gets the last hit, not the Warlock. There's no Warlocks in this team fight, but there's a buyback from the Invoker. Umi managing to get a Sprout off. So far, Art's the only one dead, but mission success. They can't afford to lose any more of their cores in this team fight. Overall, a very, very nice initiation for mission success. Very favorable trade. And the score is now tied up 7-8. Mission success. They killed off the Aegis. They forced a buyback. But in the end, they still may end up losing a tier 1 tower. They really need to have as many people mid as possible if they want to defend this tower. And with that Naga Siren moving in, getting hit with the Cold Snap, now out of mana. She'll be essentially useless. In comes the Burrow Strike, but Zio, I'm sorry, man. That ultimate, that epicenter, not too useful. The initiate hook, is it enough? No, it's not. Even a finger being thrown out. Rocket Flare enough to finish off the Sand King. Nemesis, they're they're kind of stopped in their tracks. They're going to have to go back to what they're best at, which is Rat Dota. Speaking of which, Necrominion finished on the Nature's Prophet. He's going to go ahead and just split push until Nemesis eventually wins. At least that's what he was trying to do. EMP Tornado going to hit. Black King Bar looks to be the next item progression item for the Shadow Fiend. And Tranquil Boots being picked up by the Lion. Naga Siren still just completely broke. Nothing to her name. Weaver as well. Not really much farm on him. Uh-oh, this could be bad for Day. No Blink Dagger initiation, though, from the Sand King. All right, Waipai picks up the haste rune. I think I heard a little bit of Shackles. In comes Day with the hook shot. Very nice connection. Kira falls. And who's going to be next? Waipai trying to escape, run away, even though he's sheep, still has that movement speed. And, oh, Sand King not as lucky as the Invoker with speed. That's 2 additional deaths on the board for Nemesis. Mission success. The pendulum, is it going to start swinging in their favor? They're going to have to worry about the split push. But beyond that, they do seem to be taking these team fights and coming out on top. So, Numi on the Nature's Prophet should have his level 2 Necrominion book pretty darn soon. Sand King, he has his Blink Dagger. That's all he really needs for the time being. Everything else after that's a luxury item, essentially, on the Sand King. Whether it be a Veil, a Black King Bar, some Mana Boots. Those will probably be the next few items he picks up. Maybe we could even see a pipe on him. Genie, continuing the farm up. That BKB is just about 300 gold shy of being completed. And the Black King Bar is finished for mission success's Shadow Fiend. So BKBs soon to be on both sides. And I believe the Necrominion 2 recipe was picked up by the Nature's Prophet. Just has to be transferred his way. As far as gold and experience go, it's relatively even. Not a huge difference. Mission success has a little bit more experience, while Nemesis has more gold, pretty much due to the towers they've pushed. And the first blood doesn't hurt either. There's that Necrominion 2 online for the NP. Genie just continuing to sit back and farm. Not really doing too much beyond that. We could see an Orchid as the next pickup for Waipai. Wouldn't be a huge surprise there. Clockwork has managed to pick up his Mechanism. And, you know, that's a 6-1 Clockwork, 3 assists. So he's been doing very good this game. And, you know, we really don't see the Mechanism on the clock too much. But, you know, it's an item that I guess it does kind of fit him. A bit of damage moving out on success. Rocket Flare hits. That's going to be a denied tower. Sorry, mission success. Better luck next time. A little bit of raising, flash farming for the Shadow Fiend. Sand King. A little bit of dust available to help out against the Weaver in case he tries to scuttle away, Sakuchi away. But despite a very action-packed early game, it looks like at the 22-minute mark, both teams have decided to just kind of take a step back, tone it down a notch, and just get back to the basics, farming up those lanes, doing the jungling when they can. Only 18 kills across the board. Roshan, he should be respawning pretty darn soon. We're going to find out exactly how soon, very shortly. Oh, Hara. In comes the Naga Siren ultimate. Art's going to follow up with his ultimate. And it's looking pretty good for them. But can they actually get a kill? Oh, they're going to get Kira easily. Day continuing to just throw out these hooks like they're no one's business. But despite a very nice initiation, mission success, they just didn't have any lockdown available with them. I think that was actually a mistake that the Warlock wasn't with them during that engagement. Because getting a Hex and a stun off, that would have easily been 2 more kills on the board. That mission success kind of missed out on, I feel. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it was still a favorable trade for mission success, but I felt like they could have gotten a little bit more out of that. Roshan, he's going to be back in about 2.5 minutes. Slowly working into that respawn. Necro 3 book finished for the Nature's Prophet. I do wonder if Invoker will get one. I'm pretty sure he's working... well, he does. He's not going for an Orchid for the time being. He did pick up an Yule's Scepter. Another pretty common item on Invoker. Really annoying, too. It actually makes him like a lot harder to kill. Weaver's still working towards his Lincoln Sphere. Would have liked to see that a little bit earlier from him. Shadow Fiend, 2,100 gold. Could pick up a Blink Dagger if he wants, but I'm pretty sure the Naga Siren's providing them with all the initiation they need. And down go the Serpent Wards, starting to focus down this tier 2 tower. Nemesis, I'm not sure if they actually want to take a fight, but nice EMP Tornado. In comes the Burrow Strike follow-up, but now Day joining the fight with the hook shot. Down goes the Sand King, the one true king. And Kira could be next. Rocket Flare is staying alive thanks to his wand. Oh, trying the TP out, but it's not going to happen. And during all of this, Nature's Prophet doing what he does best, ratting it up, pushing that top lane, getting the tier 2 tower. Roshan just around the corner, 1 minute left on his timer. O'Hara picking up some mana boots. But beyond that, no important items from him. We'll see what this Nature's Prophet wants to build into after this. I'd love to see a sheep stick, but I mean, there are a lot of different items he can go for. If he wants to go damage, he can go damage. If he wants to... Oh, well. Sprout keeping the Nature's Prophet alive. I'm sure Art not too happy about that. It looks like Clockwork will be moving into that alt staff soon. Reducing the cooldown on that hook shot by a very large amount. And we do see Nemesis. They're starting to kind of group up around Roshan. He is about to respawn. It's very, very close to that time. But for the time being, Nemesis just going to push down mid a little bit, ever so slightly. Roshan back in the pit, ready for some more abuse, because that's generally what happens. You know, I've noticed we're seeing Clockworks that get more farm. They are getting treated as a higher position, like maybe almost like a position 2 hero sometimes. Not too often, but that's certainly what it's feeling like this game. He's a core hero for sure. All right, out come the Necro minions. And Roshan, he is going to be spotted by mission success. This could be a make it or break it for Nemesis and mission success. Are we going to see the Naga Siren ultimate in time? In they go to the Roshan pit. Roshan, he is so low on health. Are they going to get the Aegis? Who's going to get it? Art manages to steal the Aegis. It's instantly popped. Big team fight. Mission success losing 4 of their players. Numi getting low on health. forces the tree. Out comes the ultimate from the Shadow Fiend, popping the BKB. Genie low on health. Out comes the tornado. Only hits Phil though. Down goes Shadow Shaman. Genie, he's getting pursued by Phil. Is the DPS enough to finish him off? I think it just may barely be enough, but no. Luna, thanks to Umi, manages to survive. Invoker trying the chase, making sure that Luna stays alive. Wow. What a close team fight. Lots of low health heroes, lots of deaths. Mission success, stealing that Roshan pit, going in there, balls of steel. You know, even though the team fight didn't go amazing for them, they did manage to steal the Aegis. I think they pretty much did the best that they could in that situation. Just giving up the free Aegis, I think, would have been a lot worse than going in for that team fight. Manta style online for the Shadow Fiend. He's going to get a lot deadlier in these team fights. And Day is about 1,300 gold away from completing that Aghanim Scepter, giving his ultimate that extra boost of power. As far as ward control goes, I feel like Nemesis, they've been doing a better job with the wards this game. Man, those level 3 Necrominions do a lot of damage. Ooh, EMP Tornado on the clock. Look at that. EMP just completely obliterating any mana that they hope to have, and cogs go out. The tree sprout on top of him. Genie securing the kill. Yeah, Clockwork looked to be a little bit out of position there. Now, these invokers nowadays with the EMP, it's just, man, is it annoying to deal with. All right, Nemesis, they're moving down the middle lane, trying to bust this game wide open, and using up the fortification, Yule Scepter, and trying to get the MP, but out comes the BKB, and it's just two BKB heroes trying to fight each other. Can he get it off? Yes, Shadow Fiend gets his ultimate off right before he dies, dishing out a good amount of damage. Genie low on health, lots of disables hitting him. Will he be able to survive? Throwing out is the Eclipse, but at the end, mission success. Looks to get the better trade-off. Umi falls. That is a 4-for-1 trade. Mission success. And they're going to get the Tower Deny in the mid lane. So all in all, dust settling, 19-13, 30 minutes into the match. Mission success. They don't have a lot of towers, but boy, are they winning these team fights pretty handily, I'd say. But Nemesis, their goal isn't necessarily to win team fights. Their goal is the split push. With heroes like Luna, Shadow Shaman, and Nature's Prophet, and even an Invoker later on with his Forged Spirits to a lesser extent. These are all heroes that can push very well. Sand King can help out from time to time as well. And it's just gonna, I feel for Nemesis, they're not gonna be winning any more of these straight up engagements. Just, they haven't been going that well for them. Mission success with that Siren ultimate. Ooh, Tornado. No EMP follow-up. Just a Yules into normal Tornado. But yeah, looking at Nemesis, I feel like the only way they're going to take this match is through split pushing. Their opportunity to win team fights, I don't really see it happening anymore. They do have good team fighting heroes, you know, the Invoker, the Sand King, all of their heroes. Maybe Nature's Prophet a bit on the weaker end, but he's got a lot to make up for that in his skill set. And I mean, even if you look at mission success, they have the initiation for certain though. The Clockwork, Hook Shot, and the Naga Siren with their song. They're going to beat out any type of initiation the Nemesis may use. Even though the Invoker has really good initiation. Even like a Blink Dagger, Shadow Shaman's good at that too. Nemesis, of course, having the Sand King, great for initiation. I just feel like, I mean, the hook shot has 3,000 range. Song of the Siren, you pretty much can't stop that. So it's like solid initiation versus unbeatable initiation, I feel. And that's one of the things that have really allowed Mission Success to take some of these team fights. Well, Shadow Fiend actually doing a little bit of work on this tier 2 tower at the bot. A Warlock with the third eye. It's custom skin, I love it. Okay, Nemesis, they're starting to go. The work on this tier 3 tower. Mission Success, they have to defend. They do not want to lose that tower. There's no fortification. The tower falls. Song of the Siren is activated. And there goes out the Shadow Fiend out. Holy crap, look at the damage. Nemesis at a hole, almost all at half health, already 2 down. The Nature's Prophet and the Shadow Shaman. Waipai trying to escape away. Teep Luna manages to barely escape. A Sand King as well on the retreat, but they did get a 2-for-1 trade. They got the tier 3 tower. I'd have to say that all in all, a better trade for Nemesis. Mission Success, they're going to have to really just win these fights one-sidedly and then do a big push. Experience-wise, Mission Success is way ahead of their opponents. Mission Success, I think they're unhappy with the current situation. They know they're winning team fights. They know they're doing good, but when it comes to the split push, it's all about dealing with that Nature's Prophet. You have to shut him down, or he's just going the split push during team fights, and the more you dilly-dally, the more towers you lose, the more eventual barracks you lose, and then they just split push the victory. And this Luna, Mata style online, moving into a butterfly. She's only going to get deadlier. I would say that her carry potential is greater than Weaver or Shadow Fiend late game as well. And if you know, there's one, oh, hold on a second. Kara. That's, I think, like the 4th or 5th time the Clockwork's picked up the Shadow Shaman. Kara has not been having an amazing game. A few good smoke ganks earlier on in the match, but besides that, just things have not been working out too well for him. Feel going to town on Waipai. Out comes the Tornado EMP. Oh, it looks like, I think Feel's going to escape. Oh no, never mind the Cold Snap. The Cold Snap keeps him alive. Feel trying to do a little bit of juking. There's no detection available for Nemesis. All right, now there's the detection they were looking for. But it's too late. That was actually very well played by Mission Success, and now they're turning it right outside on Nemesis's head. Kara down once again. Nice epicenter ultimate, forcing the BKB. And holy crap, down goes Shadow Fiend thanks to Requiem of Souls ultimate. And a tier 3 tower falling. Mission Success, forcing the buyback on the Nature's Prophet. Waipai giving chase. Deciding to back off at the last moment. So yeah, with that tier 3 tower falling, Nemesis getting a good trade, killing off the Luna, forcing a buyback. Also removing both supports. Now 26-17. I think Mission Success, they've managed to get a good enough lead where the split pushing, it's not going to be nearly as effective for a while. I mean, they couldn't even pick off Feel for, like, with 3 heroes. And even the gold graph is rapidly approaching 0, that even 50-50. And experience. Mission Success are way ahead of Nemesis, just light years ahead. And Nature's Prophet's back. There's a double damage, Shadow Bladed. Nature's Prophet. He does look to be building a Sheepstick after this, the Shadow Blade. I do imagine that's the follow-up. Well, this is the third Roshan kill, which does mean the cheese. But is this going to be a mistake? Roshan falling fast. We're going to need to see a very quick Song of the Siren. Do they have the DPS to finish off Roshan? In comes the Clockwork. Nice job using the song for a second. Follow-up Requiem of Souls, but Genie totally up, and the Aegis on the floor. Nobody is touching it. Somebody grab that Aegis. Shadow Fiend killing up 2 people. Can they get it? It looks like YPie, I think, manages to grab it, and MS Art falls. Thanks to the wards. YPie just ghost walking away. He'll be spotted, but not for long enough to get the stun off. That's still a 1-for-4 trade. Oh, YPie. Thanks to that movement speed, 447 does manage to escape, but in comes Weaver. Look at the DPS. Chrysalis adding a lot to those right clicks. YPie picking up a invisibility rune. He is just getting darn lucky, running around as much as he can to just, annoy his opponents. I think it may just be time for a gym on Mission Success. They are not losing these team fights. I think that the Weaver could certainly go at the gym and be okay. Aghanim Scepter now online for the Clockwork. Oh, EMP. Oh, wow, that's a BKB actually on this Invoker. Now that 2v1 fight probably would have not went too well for the Invoker. He could have escaped, though. All right, big item pickup for the Shadow Fiend. As he gets the Daedalus, sells off his bottle. And Clockwork has the Force Staff, has the mechanism, has the Ultimate Scepter. I guess he could get Blade Mail if he really wanted. Or some other type of damage mitigation item. Who knows, maybe he'll get an Assault Cuirass to help out his team. And the Genie on Luna, still looking for that butterfly, unable to find it. Illusion Rune in the bottom part of the river. And a Blink Dagger as well as Force Staff finished up for the Sand King. There we go. There's the gem I was talking about on Mission Success's end. Glad they decided to pick that up. It's going to be on the Warlock for the time being. And the cheese actually is on the Courier. Who's going to get the cheese, though? That's the question. Actually, I don't think anybody got it. Okay, cool. The Clock handling the gem. I'd say either the Clockwork or the Weaver would be the heroes that put this gem on, at least for this game. Art loves to just kind of YOLO in and into these fights, get his ultimate off, and then like hopefully get a few right clicks in before he dies. That seems to be his overall philosophy for the match against Nemesis. And he's just sending his illusions forward towards the tower. Bit of shadow grazing, flash firing that creep wave away. Out comes the EMP and the hook. It's good on the Shadow Shaman. He gets forced out of the cogs, though, so he'll be okay. Out comes the ultimate Requiem. And the Sand King doing a good amount of damage with his ultimate. Warlock is down, Clockwork falling, but still, Nemesis, they've managed to lose 4 of their members. Will Art indeed end up falling? Oh, Feel's still around. This looks to be like a successful mission for MS. That fortification will not save those barracks. They are going to fall. Down goes one. The second one following up as well. And they can't continue on the other barracks because the other 2 tier 2 towers are still around. So that backdoor protection and vulnerability is going to keep Nemesis in the game for at least the time being, but 34-20. Mission success looking pretty darn solid. And wow, Weaver, with that Monkey King bar online, that's a lot of damage. A lot of damage available to them. So as we approach the almost 43-minute marker in the match, 34-20, mission success. Looking pretty strong, poised to take the match. And I have Scotty finished up for the Shadow Fiend. So the DPS is just going to be out of control on mission success's side. I don't care how farmed that Luna is. She's not going to be able to deal with a Weaver having a Monkey King bar and a Shadow Fiend with a Eye of Scotty and a Daedalus. Come on. It's not happening. It's not happening. And, you know, let's not forget the Manta style as well on that Shadow Fiend. The ball is in mission success's court. That is for damn sure. By the way, guys, I do enjoy calling Lion Warlock because he looks like a actual lore-wise Warlock. I think his actual hero class may have been Warlock in Dota 1 or something. I don't know. Oh, you know what it was? In Warcraft 3, the Lion's model was actually the Orc Fel or Chaos Warlock. That's why I always call him that for some reason. Oh my. Like literally, I've been playing Dota for years, and I call him Warlock for some reason. I don't know why. There's another Warlock in the game, but he's not as cool, I feel. Lion's been the hell and back to hell and back. He's been all over the place. Warlock's got nothing on Lion. So mission success. They've managed to pick off the top tower. They're going to have to go ahead and grab the bottom one next. And then I'd love to see them just, you know, go for some big pushes. Maybe they'll wait for Roshan. But I feel like they don't necessarily need the Aegis. They just need a good Naga Siren initiation. ROS follow-up from the Shadow Fiend. And they pretty much have won the team fight. And, you know, throw in a hook shot for good measure. Maybe we'll see the Warlock drop a few golems. Who knows? But the game certainly building more towards a passiveness to each end. I mean, this is what split pushing heroes do. They prolong the game for 5 minutes every time you summon a Treant. That's what happens. Every time a Necro minion is summoned, another 5 minutes is added to the game timer. Alright, mission success. They're looking to get that tier 3 tower in the top lane. Nemesis looks pretty darn prepared. They have a lot of defenses available. Ooh. Oh, barely missing. Nice reaction from the Sand King. All right. Are we going to see a big initiation from mission success? They got to go, and they need to move in. The Naga Siren. Out comes the Tornado EMP hitting Art, but he doesn't give a damn. Still just right-clicking that tower. All right, where's the initiation? Out come Nemesis. It's time. It's time for you to move in. MS are playing this very patiently. Waiting for the perfect hook shot. I would just rather see Naga Siren move in. Okay, here we go. 4 staffing in. Their catch 1, 2. Are they going to get a 3rd or 4th? No, they're not. All right, Naga Siren is ult. And there go the BKBs as well. Shadow Fiend gets blown to bits. Lion as well falling. O'Hara actually on the retreat. This is one failed mission. Holy crap. The throws. Mission success. What happened? That was a very botched team fight. Clockwork is going to escape. But man, the doors have been blown right open on this game. Nemesis, they're not going to have Roshan. Oh, that is just wasting the ultimate. That's definitely a big mistake on Shadow Shaman's end. I think that's actually bad enough to be put in Dota 2 fails of the week. So they won't have those wards for a push, but well, by G golly, they still have the Nature's Prophet. They have the Luna. In comes the hook shot. It's good. Lands on Genie. 4 staffs away. BKB enabled. Mission success. The rest of them buying back. Can they get a good team fight? Look at that Impale hitting 4 of the heroes. And there's the dust, keeping Umi out of the picture for the time being. Nemesis, they're on the retreat. Are they going to be able to survive? Oh, it looks like 2 of their members managed the fall. The Luna is out. Rush is out. 3 heroes alive. Mission success, poised to take the Roshan. I think I did hear a hook shot. Didn't hit anyone though. Well, it hit somebody while I wasn't able to see it. They were focused on showing the pro players' faces at the time, but regardless, mission success. They've got the cheese, they've got the Aegis. And are they going to go for a team fight? Are they going to try? Oh, they get the hook. What a hook! What a hook! Numi gets forced out of the cogs. But man, that's unfortunate. A great hook, but no follow-up. Oh, mission success, looking to get a tower. In the air goes Art. He's still, though, it's gotten to the point where he's pretty tanky. Down goes the tier 2, tier 3 tower. And those are some defensive wards. But these carries, they're just going to go right after the barracks. Down one goes. The melee barracks is down. In comes Sand King, initiating on the enemy team, popping the Aegis. O'Hara, he's back. Are we going to see an ultimate? Indeed we do. Doesn't actually do a lot of damage. Art, is he going to get the Nature's Prophet? Indeed he does. Out of the picture. Luna is down as well. Shadow Shaman follow-up. Ladies and gentlemen, I think mission success have done it. I think they've just managed to win the game. Waipai running away. One more hit and he will fall. He was down to about 20 health. The rocket flare, it hits. That's going to be all she wrote for Team Nemesis. GG is called. Mission success grabs the victory. And they're going to take their first win in the Korean Dota 2 League. Very, very well played by Mission Success and Nemesis. I think they need to go back to the drawing board because